Hello! So today I am making a video for Brick Set Go. My name is Melika and I am going to be unboxing the Sanctum Sanctorum LEGO set. This thing is ginormous. Now unfortunately the box is a tiddly bit damaged, just like bent in the corner, because I did order this online and so you can't really control the state that it comes in. But it's not about the condition of the box, it is about what's inside. But you can sort of see a bit more of the set on the back, so it has 3 layers to it, plus a roof, and I'm very excited about that. There's lots of stuff going in indoors, and there are also several minifigures. But let's just open this up and see what we're looking at. There we go, so we've got our lid open, and now let's pour it all out. Oh my god! Look at all that Lego. I'm literally covered in a pile of it. So let's see what the highest numbered bag is. We've got a 12 here. So many bags. Look at them all go. I don't seem to see any advances on 18, so it could be that 18 is the number it goes up to. Now, as well as our numbered bags, we've also got this one that has 2 of these larger plates, as well as some orange accessories that look like they could be the sort of powers that come out of the hands. And then we've also got this square packet letter envelope thing, as well as an instruction booklet. It's very, very cool. Like, look at that pattern on the front. And then we've also got some stickers. Now, I'm curious about what's in this envelope. So the envelope has the base plate, which is, I would guess, a 32 by 32, but let's count and see. Yep, so this is a 32 by 32 grey base plate. And this is what our Sanctum Sanctorum will be built upon. And it actually looks like there won't be too many stickers. Let's get a better look. So these are our stickers, and there are only 2 small sheets, which isn't that bad really, considering how large the set is. I was expecting more. They are quite small stickers, so it's going to be a little bit finicky. But only 2 sheets, I can get behind that, and I'm really loving the look of some of them. Like, look at that really cool Captain America one there. Really excited to put these on. And then we've also got 3 instruction booklets here, so I'm guessing this is going to be for the 3 different stages. So we've got number 1 here, we've got number 2 here, and we've got number 3 here. So this is because there are 3 levels of the set that just sort of stack upon each other and can be lifted up and off each other. But yeah, really excited to dive into this one. So let's get to building. And here we have the finished set. This thing is absolutely beautiful, and it's honestly one of my favorite builds I have done in a very long time. I felt the pacing was absolutely excellent. Each bag was between half an hour and an hour, so it didn't feel too long or too short, and you could just do 1 or 2 a night until you ended up with this masterpiece right here. I also really loved that the range of bricks was just so colorful. There were never any bags that were all one color or all, you know, one type of piece, one type of shape. There was such variety, and it made the build feel so exciting, and you never know what's going to happen next in each bag. I really loved that, because a lot of sets these days are predominantly one color, and I just find that a bit boring in the build. Like, I don't hate it, but I love when you've got like the browns, the grays, the greens, the creams, that it's just so much more vivid, so much more vibrant, and so much more exciting to build. And this was also my very first modular set build, and that means you can take it apart and put it back. So hang on, let me show you. I can just lift off the whole top section right there. So this is the top. So this is the roof. You've got that really nice dome there at the front. You've got the rooftop, and you've got Ebony Moore as one of the minifigures on there. I'll talk more about the minifigures in a while. On the back, you've got this really cool Captain America poster. And the cool thing about this is that a few of the walls are interchangeable. So what you can do, you can roll this out and it leaves a gap. And then there are other parts of the build, which I'll show you in a moment, that have their own walls that you can put in. So I'll put this one back. But yeah, this is the roof, and then you can also take off this part right here. And once you take that off, you can see the inside. And this top room is where Doctor Strange keeps all of his relics. So let's move on to the second part of the building. Just lift that off right here. And this is the middle. I really like the windows on this. I think the windows are super duper cool. Really fascinating to look at, because you've got these ones on the bottom are the shorter type, 1, 2. And then you've got the longer type here on the front, which I really like. And then the back has got some graffiti. And then, are you ready for this? We have a Gargantos coming out of a portal on the side of the wall, which is absolutely epic. And the cool thing about this This is another one of those interchangeable walls, so you can just take this out and put it on one of the other slots where you want it to go, which is, I think, brilliant. And then, yeah, this is the 360 view of it. Really cool, really like how it all comes apart. Now, with this set, even though it is modular, it only comes in 3 parts, so you technically can't stack them in a different order. But if you wanted to make your own modular parts to go with this, you could. Or if you bought 2, you can make like a double-decker Sanctum Sanctorum, which would be epic. And then we get on to the base part of this set. Now, this is attached to the main base plate, which I believe is a 32 by 32. And so you can't take off this bottom part. This has to stay on the bottom here. And then we also find our final interchangeable wall, which is this portal, and it's just got a completely open hole. Honestly, I'm not as fussed on this one. I just felt there should have been something inside the portal to make it more exciting rather than just one completely blank hole. But what I do really like is the way you have the facade of the building surrounded by like the trees and like other various city stuff. So you've got like a dumpster, you've got a newspaper box, and if you open it up, it's even got these little pieces which say the law times on them, which are very cool. And then you slot inside the newspaper box right there. And yeah, what you can also do is got these 2 connecting rod things. And what you can do if you've got other LEGO City elements that also work on a 32 by 32 base plate, or technically a smaller size if you wanted to, you can just slot that in to create part of your overall set. And there's another sort of sticker on the back right there. And now what we're going to do, we're going to take a look at each one in detail. So we'll start with the base, and what I really like at the front are these trees. Now you might notice they're slightly different color, and that is unfortunately because the brownie part here was completely mangled in the set for the second one. So I had to borrow this green piece from a set I already have, and I was going to order a replacement piece for that for the other tree to make the max, but this does for now. Then we've also got these cool little bowls out the front of the door, as well as the door itself. But what I'm really interested in is the inside, because look at those really cool stairs. I absolutely love how you've got the banister running all the way up, and then it goes off on either side. You've got a really nice little grandfather clock down there. And then on the walls, we have those little posters and pictures that just give it so much more feeling and character. I'm not a big fan of all the stickers, but I do really like the effect that they created. On the front, you can see the back of the door, which is just kind of placed in there. And it does swing open. Hang on. There you go. You can see it opening the door, which just slides in like that. And then you've got more posters on the wall, including a medical degree for Dr. Stephen Strange. And a nice picture of Strange and Wong in the middle of some kind of mountain range, presumably like Alps. And then over here, what you can't see because you kind of lock it down, but underneath this top section is a fully functional, well, I say fully functional in terms of Lego kitchen. It's got like a fridge and everything. If you open up the fridge, stuff inside it, but you can't see it. And that's one of the things I love about this set, is that it really rewards you for building it, because you see all the details that then later get hidden. There's a lamppost as well as the dumpster box, which does have trash inside. You've got another door, which opens up. There you go. And then you've got some minifigures, which again, I'll cover later. But that is the first part of the building. Then we have this middle section with those really nice windows I was saying I liked. Also got some minifigures placed on this one. There we go. You can see some more graffiti on the back. We also have these 2 fun little slidey things, which I'll show you the purpose of in just a moment. We've got that Gargantos removable wall I was telling you about, where you literally just pop it out. That's where it's got the rounded top. But let's have a look on the inside. So we've got the library here. We've got a bookcase. We've got some cool little relics and just general artifacts on top to give it more character. You've got that chair in the corner with a nice cup of tea or coffee or something or other. You've got more relics on the sides there. And there we go. So relatively empty rooms. It's got that big space in the middle so you can see down to the first section. But let's take a look at this mysterious door. We open it up, and inside is a portal to some kind of magical, mystical, weird portal space. And this is where the switches on the back come into play. So I was going to slide this one across, and they're in the mountains. Slide it back, they're in the portal mystic space. Slide the other one across, and they're in the desert. And then you can just close the door, and those portals are gone away. And I think that is absolutely brilliant. I absolutely love that interactive feature. I think it's genius. Then we have our final section, which definitely has to be my favorite. I think the window features are really cool with their little archways on top. And you've got them all the way around. Like I said, I really like that Captain America poster. I think it's a really cool nod to the Captain America Museum that they have in the Avengers movies. I like this rooftop garden that's going on. It's very minimalist, but very cute. But let's lift off this roof part and take a look inside. Because inside, you've got a whole bunch of really cool relics that Doctor Strange keeps hidden upstairs. So we've got this like helmet thing going on there. We've got a, I believe, fire hydrant just in case. Yeah, there's our fire hydrant for just in case of emergencies. Got that lovely poster of them fighting some kind of evil magic. Looks like it might be Gargantos, based on the eye and the tendrils. So it looks like they're fighting Gargantos there. Now with this domed window piece, you kind of slid it in at an angle on the top when building it, which is very odd. I love how you got like the pictures of Master Mordo and Wong. It's makes them look like kind of like best bros. I just think it's really cool. And then my favorite side has to be this, because you've got the axes on the wall. I don't know if you can see it. See, they've got little axe pieces. And the whole thing just looks really awesome. You've got like a samurai hat, which literally uses a black hot dog piece, which is hilarious. And you've got some kind of magical cup inside there. I hope it is just some kind of magical cup and not a particular relic from the movie that I'm showing my lack of knowledge about as a Marvel fan, because I love Marvel. I don't want to be getting something wrong. And then on the side, you've got this spear and some like shackles there. Absolutely brilliant. And then we've got this intriguing chest, which, if you open it up, contains a scroll. Who knows what kind of mystical knowledge could be concealed inside of this. So I've got the minifigures laid out in the way that was suggested in the instruction booklet, as honestly I think LEGO did a really great job of finding a way to display them all where you can see them on the outside and they look very natural and very cool. So this is the layout I've got. I will just go through them. We've got Spider-Man here. We've got some bits of web coming out of his hands. He's kind of stood perched on the front of the window at the bottom, which I think is really cool. We've also got Supreme Strange, and I love that he's got these pink bits coming out of his hands, but I'm not sure they actually look that realistic. From my perspective, because I really love that translucent pink, I think it's delightful, but in terms of actually looking like a movie, I'm not sure it really captures that, but they tried and it does look really cool. We've also got Doctor Strange, our main G over here, and I really do like these kind of like orange portally pieces that they've got coming out of his hands. I wish they were printed with something to make them look a bit more magical rather than just the plain translucent orange, but it does look really cool. And my favorite thing about Doctor Strange is this cape, which just snaps off and you have the cape, and it's very sort of hard rubbery material rather than the usual cloth capes that they use, and it works so well for Doctor Strange. We've also got Iron Man, who's attached with a translucent piece to give the impression that he's flying, and he is one of my favorite minifigures in the set, because even though I don't particularly like Iron Man character, I think this is a very cleverly done minifigure. We've got the translucent blue pieces to show like the jets of him flying, and then his helmet lifts up to reveal his face, which has like the computery vibes with like the blue and the circles, so you can see this talking to his AI. And yeah, this is Iron Man. And then we've also got Dead Strange, also known as Zombie Strange, and his face is all grey and starey. He's also got this really weird moustache thing going on, but yeah, this is him. I like the sort of dark purple portally pieces it has got to show the magic. And these 5 that I've just shown you are the only ones that have the leg printing. All the other minifigures don't, which I think is kind of a cop-out. When you're spending $250 on a set, you'd want them all to have the leg printing. I just think that makes sense and is fair, but they don't, so it is what it is. We also have Ebony Moore, and he stood on a translucent brick piece, just to again give the impression that he's flying without using jetpacks or anything, because he's just floating there, I guess. And he's got these cool spear things coming out of his hands. He hasn't got a second face like some of the others do. The ones that have hair have a second face, the ones that don't. And this is one bald dude, so he doesn't. I do like the futuristic pattern going on his chest, but again, I do wish they'd done something with the legs. Master Mordo is again flying using a translucent piece to stick him out of the thing. And even though he hasn't got leg printing, he's one of my favorite minifigures because I really love this color of green. He's got this cloth cape going on. He's shooting magic out of his hands in that nice orange. And I really love what they've done with the hair piece. They've got like braids going on. And again, the patterning on the torso piece is brilliant. It's just a shame it doesn't also extend to the legs. We've got our main man, Wong. Everybody loves Wong. If you don't, you're wrong. It rhymes, so you know it must be true. And again, he's using the orange magic out of his hands. And no leg printing, which again doesn't make sense. Why would you not put leg printing? I love the face they've gone with. It's got this kind of smart going on. He knows what he's doing. And yeah, I love Wong, so I'm really glad to have a minifigure of him. I just wish it had a bit more detail. And then finally, if I'm being honest, this one is a bit of a disappointment for me because it's Wanda, aka the Scarlet Witch, and I love Wanda. Apart from Captain America, she is my favorite character in the whole MCU. And I just feel they've kind of done her dirty with this. Like, I do kind of like the magic, but it's just 2 stacked 1x1 plates in like that translucent red shiny color, and it doesn't look as cool as it should. I think they should have given her custom magic pieces. I mean, she's the most powerful magic user. Don't fight me on this. She just is. Just accept it. I know it's a debate, but for me, she's the most powerful magic user, and she deserves more than 2 stacked 1x1 plates. I don't mind the headpiece they've gone with. I see why they've had to do it. Like, you couldn't have the hair and the crown as 2 separate pieces. They wouldn't stack. But I just feel like the hat is kind of shoehorned in and it doesn't look as elegant as it could. Again, give my girl leg printing. And I just feel the face they've gone doesn't capture Wanda's personality. She's got such a big, deep, emotional personality. And they're just giving her such a plain-looking face for the regular face. And then the angry face is... Again, it doesn't fully capture her face. I can't explain why, but it doesn't look like Wanda. Overall, I am really impressed with this set. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorites in my collection, and I heartily recommend it. It does have flaws, I admit, but I do think that for $250, well, you get what you pay for as much as you ever do with LEGO. I'm firmly of the belief that LEGO is nearly always overpriced, but comparatively to the rest of their prices, I think this one is very fair. Yes, it's expensive, but I love it. You get such an amazing set. The minifigures do leave a bit to be desired, but they're not terrible. They just could be better. And they've got a really great range from Avengers Infinity War and Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. I do love it, how it looks. I love the range of colors. And overall, I would say if you're a fan of Marvel or you're a fan of modular architecture designs, go for it. Fully recommend. Don't forget to like this video, drop a comment down below to say your favorite LEGO sets, and subscribe to the channel for more awesome LEGO content. Bye bye.